Okay, so first of all, you will see a lot of pauses in the video because I don't want to make the video longer, so I will trim out the unimportant part of the video and I will keep the video really quick. So first of all, what I think of this situation is the DeepSeek model is actually using OpenAI as a wrapper class and modifying its input and showing it as like it is created by a DeepSeek model. For example, if we ask the DeepSeek model what model are you trained on, it is actually saying it is a DeepSeek model and it is trained by a Chinese company DeepSeek and so on and so on. What I really think is actually it is taking the response from ChatGPT API and modifying the response, and wherever you see the reference of like ChatGPT and OpenAI, it is converting them so you think it is created by a DeepSeek model. So here what I have done some research and it is gone to a fallback mode. Well, I will also tell you how you can create your own model just by using the wrapper class and create your own DeepSeek model. So you can see here, well, I will keep it really quick. So first red flag I found was it is using US based policies. China and mostly every country has its own kind of similar policies which they use, and China is among the famous country which don't comply to the world, and it's created its own policies, applications and everything. So in this case, why China is using US based policy which is also used by OpenAI, and you can see there are some other policies which are used by China. These you can see these are all US based policies, and I don't know, it's maybe followed by Europe and other countries as well, but China really don't use these type of policy. China has its own set of policies which it use. So this is the number one red flag for the application. And secondly, I have found something really interesting in that. If I can find it really quick, or I will use, okay, so I will use the find feature. Okay, so yeah, here you can see after it gone to a fallback mode is actually it's gone to a separate route where it's normally function. But I have asked it some really confusing question, or question that it won't allow, or other application don't allow it to answer. So I've asked it really a dumb question of hacking which is not able to answer, and gone to a fallback mode and couldn't function properly after that. So after that, what I can do is I can trick it to reveal some informations like the model is based on OpenAI and all these privacy policies, and you can actually try it on yourself. Like let's say if we try it here, how to hack Google and why is it against your policy. Okay, so reasoning is on, and you can say it's doing the reasoning. Now you can see okay, now here you can see again it is stating the US based policies, which is really a red flag in that. And now you can trick it to reveal more important details like how do you know these policies are against your responses with, now you can see, yep, gotcha. Okay, so why it is actually using OpenAI policies? Okay, so here you can see my response by guided by ethical set by the developers at OpenAI. So they are saying that OpenAI and US based policies are the DeepSeek is based on, right? And here is another knowledge cutoff, which is actually ChatGPT's previous, like they are trained previously and cut off the knowledge, which I remember. Okay, so now I will tell you how these shady application really work. So I have created a simple application which is created by LangChain, and it is used to create LLM applications. Using LLM application doing a specific certain type of task. You may have heard of GPT agents and all these things, which call other tools and services. If you ask the LLM model like book me a train or something, so it will call the specific tools like booking a train, and it will book actually a train for you, or searching for the web. So I have created a simple agent with that. So first, if we, now here I am using Google Gemini model, which is actually currently free, so it will not cost me anything, and we can show the example with that also. So here if we ask the Gemini model like which model are you based on, so it will answer you that it is a large language model which is trained by Google. So how we can make this LLM, which is actually created by Google, and we can show it to the public that actually we have created the model and it is created by this company and that. So what I have did here is I have created some example function like addition, multiplication and all that, which you can relate to like searching or booking a train, all this kind of things. So yeah, this is all trained on, and I have, okay, so here what I have did is, here I have gave it a prompt that is actually, I will talk about it little later so you will understand it better. So here I have created, now this is our main workflow. So what we are doing here is we have created a LLM model, and it is taking the user response and asking the Gemini model what the, like complete this request from the user. Like for example, if I ask it multiply 10 and 2 and things like that, it will send this response to the Gemini model, and Gemini model will call a tool like multiply, which I have shown you above. It will call a tool and give the response back to the user. But what if the user asks a really private question like what model are you based on or how you get trained? So normally what it does is, if we ask this question, the model will likely to respond you the original response. I am a large language model trained by Google. So what I think they have used the Gemini as a wrapper class is, I am taking the response from the Gemini and replacing every reference of Google and Gemini to my own model. So for example, let's say I have a model called Joker and the creator will be Ritik Datta myself. So whenever it see the big text response or any text response like this, I am created by Google and I am Gemini model, it will replace it. It will smartly go through the text and replace every response, every reference to the GPT or Gemini like things with Ritik Datta and Joker model. So if we test it out on our application, so first let's remove this and test it in a normal way. So what it does is, if I have asked it question multiply 6 and 10, so it called a tool called multiply and it gave the result. Now what if I ask you what model are you trained on? Okay, so if I ask this question to the model, well, I have done the similar thing in above response, that the model gave the original response. Now what I have created an application which is actually replacing all the reference of that model with the tool call. And okay, so I have keep it a joker in between the Gemini response. So user asks the question to the Gemini, it will respond as a Gemini based model. Then it will go to my joker function, which is wrapper class of the Gemini, and replacing all the reference of Gemini and Google to my own model. Then it will, if it is calling a tool, then it is normally function with the tool call, and it will give the response to the user. Now if we call the function, now you can see, okay, so now here we have created our own DeepSeek model which is similar to the power of Google Gemini model. So you have seen that it's really easy to create your own model like these, which you can easily fool people around. So what I think the DeepSeek model is, got error because there is, like, for example, there it has kept another tool here for checking it to the privacy policies, and suppose it go to that response and they have forget to keep that joker class after the checking the privacy policies or fallback mode. So they are unable to replace all the reference after the terms and condition, and it gone to the fallback mode, and it is giving the original response which is coming straight from the ChatGPT in the DeepSeek case to the user. So you can see all the privacy policies, and privacy policies are based on US, and it is also stated that it is developed by OpenAI here. So yeah, later I'm thinking I will also like recreate the post and get request of this DeepSeek model, if I can do that, to reveal more about this model. So if you really get any good information in this video, kindly share the video with everyone, and I hope you have a good day, and maybe I'll talk in more detail in the next video. Bye bye.